Hello, today we're going to be looking at powers of 10. This is a nice, easy one for our Friday afternoon. So, what actually is it? Well, powers, or we might call them exponents or indices, they're the little numbers in the top right corner of your big number. So, we've seen these before when we're squaring and cubing numbers with our little twos and little threes. When should you use it in your exam? Well, you could be asked for this outright. It might be in the context of standard form, or it might be a sneaky little bit that's implied when we're multiplying and dividing decimals without a calculator. Why bother? Well, standard form actually helps us to write really, really big numbers or really, really small numbers in a way that's a little bit more convenient for us. You might notice if you times two really big numbers together on your calculator, you end up with something times by 10 to the power of something, and that is standard form. We'll be coming to that over the next week. Just a recap of some vocab that we have actually seen before. So to square a number, we times it by itself, and to cube a number, we times it by itself twice. So for our first model, what are the first three powers of 10? Well, 10 to the power of 1, anything to the power of 1 is just itself. So 10 to the power of 1 is just 10. 10 to the power of 2 is 10 times 10, which is 100. 10 to the power of 3 is 10 times 10 times 10. That's 1,000. What happens if we increase the power significantly? So now we're going to do 10 to the power of 6, and we're going to write our answer in words. Well, 10 to the power of 6 is 6 tens all times together. That actually gives us 1 million. Now, if you're beady-eyed, you might have noticed that the number we have in our power is actually the number of zeros behind the 1 in our number. I'll leave you with that little hack there to give these first set of questions a go. So pause the screen here and give them your best shot, and I'll pop the answers up after for you. Your first set of answers are just here, so double check everything. Hopefully we're finding this pretty straightforward. For our next model, we're going to look what happens when we make our powers negative. So we've already done 10 to the power of 1, 2, and 3. Now, every time we take one away from the power, we divide our answer by 10. So we're going to continue that pattern to find 10 to the power of 0. Well, that's 10 divided by 10, which is 1. 10 to the power of negative 1 is going to be 1 divided by 10, which is zero point 0.1 or 1 over 10 or 1/10. And to work out 10 to the power of negative 2, we're going to divide zero point 0.1 by 10. We end up with 0.01. Now, if this whole divided by 10 thing is a little bit confusing to you, go back and watch video 1, which is all about place value. For our second model, we're going to write the value of 10 to the power of negative 6 in words. Now, 10 to the power of negative 6, that's going to be if we start from 10 to the power of 0, which is 1, we're going to divide by 10 6 times. In other words, we've got 1 divided by a million, which actually gives us 1 millionth. Your second set of questions are just here, so pause the screen here and give these a go. Your answers are just here, so double check everything, let me know if you have any issues. And as always, we're going to finish off with a little quiz based on things we've done before, so give them your best go, and I'll pop the answers up after for you. Here are your answers to that quiz. Hopefully you managed all 6 questions. If you do happen to be watching this on the Friday and completing it then know that I am actually super proud of you, because that's a good effort. Super proud of you. And next week we'll be picking up with standard form.